morning, it's Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple's XRP. We'll be looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, and the day's support, resistance and pivot levels. It is Wednesday the 21st of October. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, we're looking at the hourly candlesticks, positive start to the morning. Going to need to Bitcoin avoid a fall through the pivot at 11,888 to support a run at the first major resistance level at 12,081. Going to need to see another crypto rally for Bitcoin to break out from yesterday's high at 12,044. Sparring an extended Bitcoin rally on the day. Expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of another breakout, a move through 12,100 levels would bring the second major resistance level at 12,236 into play before any pullback. Expect plenty of resistance at 12,200. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level setting at 11,733 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should steer well clear of sub 11,500 levels. Second major support level sits at 11,540. Looking at the MACD, we've got a slight narrowing of the bearish histograms following yesterday's late bearish cross, supportive of an early move north. On the EMAs, we're seeing the 50 pull away from the 100 and the 200, also supportive of a bullish morning ahead. So avoiding the pivot level and a move back through to 12,000 levels would bring resistance levels into play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, bullish start to the morning here. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid a fallback through the pivot at 371.25 to bring the first major resistance level setting at 378.46 into play. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Ethereum to break out from 375 levels, however. So barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to pin Ethereum back. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level at 388.11 to limit any upside. A fallback through the pivot level will bring the 38.2% fib at 367 and the first major support level sitting at 361.6 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 360s and the second major support level sitting at 354.39. Looking at the MACD, a marked narrowing of the bearish histograms and a possible bullish cross there, supporting the early move northwards. On the EMAs, we're seeing the 50 avoid a bearish cross as yet, so that key through the morning would be to avoid a fallback through the pivot level and break out from 375 levels to support a recovery of yesterday's losses. Failure to do that and you got support levels in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, tracking the broader market, positive start to the morning. Going to see Litecoin need to break through the pivot at 47.29 to bring the first major resistance level at 48.12 into play. Support from the broader market is going to be needed for Litecoin to break back through to 48 levels. So barring an extended rally on the day, that first major resistance level should cap any upside. In the event of breakout, could test 49 levels. Second major resistance level at 49.3 would limit any upside on the day. A fall back through the pivot level, it's just broken through the pivot level. A fall back through the pivot level will bring the first major support level at 46.11 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of second major support level at 45.28. Looking at the MACDs, also a marked narrowing of the bearish histograms and a possible bullish cross there, supportive of the early move northwards. On the EMAs, the 50s also flattening out, suggestive of a possible narrowing on the 100 and the 200. So avoiding a fallback through the pivot and a move through to 48 levels would support a bullish day ahead.Moving across to Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, relatively bullish start to the day. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP move through the pivot at 0.2452 to bring the first major resistance level at 0.2488 into play. Support from the broader market for Ripple's XRP to break back through to 0.248 levels. Barring extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level and resistance at 0.25 to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, got the second major resistance level at 0.2539. Failure to move through the pivot We bring the first major support level at 0.24 into play, barring an extended sell-off on the day. Expect Ripple's XRP to avoid the second major support level at 0.2364. Looking at the MACD, also a marked narrowing of the bearish histogram and a possible bullish cross, supportive of the early move northwards. On the EMA, we're seeing the 50 and the 100 hold together, so inconclusive at the early part of the day. So key through the early morning, move through the pivot level 0.2452, failure to do that, and expect a pullback.